smoldering.
Somebody bring me some water. Can't you see I'm burning alive? Can't you see my baby's got another lover? I don't know how I'm gonna survive.
Our co-workers at Fox & Friends were getting down and dirty this morning. Have you ever heard of Tough Mudder? It's a grueling obstacle course designed by British Special Forces to test your all-around strength. Ryan Kilmeade and Steve Ducey took part of the challenge. Take a look.
Go! Look out for the barbed wire. And they're down.
Go.
They've got these Tough Mudder competitions all over the country. And Brian does a cannonball modified, and he dives under the wall. And finally,
you got to give your hats off.
10,000 volts. Brian, stand up! Oh my goodness.
Steve, keep your head down, Steve. And he's doing it. To jump in a tub of ice water. Then he's going to have to swim underneath. Steve, no, you got to go underneath. And the hard part is almost over, except for the electric shocks. How hard was that for you? The hardest? That was hard!
Now, I must admit, when they told me I was going to be reading the Tough Mudder, and I'm thinking I'm in New York, and I'm like, it's some mother, some really. Anyway, you are a tough broad, and this morning we were emailing and talking in the meeting, and you were at the gym. So I'm wondering, is this something, Andrea, that you would get down and dirty for?
Thank you, Leslie. I think.
I didn't call you a tough mother. I called you a tough broad. I stopped. Did you notice I stopped? I did.
I think I'd rather be called a mother than a broad.
I think so too.
Tough chick,
Don't worry.
tough woman.
Back home probably would have called her the same.
I'm just trying to make you guys feel comfortable.
You know, you really are becoming Beckel in that chair. He has called me a broad before, many times, and worse. I watched this, and I love the Wounded Warriors a lot, but I think I would opt for the bake sale, even though I am really into physical fitness. But as our cameraman just said, and I'm not going to say who it is because I don't want to dime him out, that wasn't pretty. But I give him credit for doing it, because, Ducey, I wouldn't have done it.
No.
These are awesome
But we're white,
competitions.
though.
They're being held all over the country, and you can get a team together and then play for compete for charity. So I think I'm going to nominate Greg to do it next time.
How weird was it that the young guy was doing the mic, Kilmeade, and the older guy was doing the exercise? That seems a little wrong. No, I don't. The only obstacle course I do is Times Square around 3 a.m. when I'm stumbling home, trying to find my pants.
You were in the gym this morning, though. You're buff.
Yeah, I mean, I was in the
On the stair climber.
Greg, you wouldn't even do the Arctic enema,
Well,
as it's called?
Yeah,
I have done
didn't
that,
want
but
to
it has
name.
nothing
I
to do
didn't-
with this.
I didn't want to
Can
name
I
them.
just take this a little bit? Let me just bring it back just a little bit. Wounded warriors. These are all warriors who are wounded. They're helping each other over the wall, helping each other through the mud, through the water. And a very, very influential, important person works here, walked by that and said, "That's why America is great." He saw that, and I agree with him 100%.
That's very good. Don't go away.
about
On
me.
that note, one more thing is up next.
Dim all the lights, sweet darling, 'cause tonight it's on its way.
Tuesday. It's all good here.
One More Thing is brought to you by Ruby Tuesday, serving our chefs' finest with a free Create Your Own Garden Bar.
All right, it's time for one more thing. And Greg, since we missed you, you didn't get to do one earlier this week, we'll make up for it and let you go first this time.
Thanks, Marcia. It's time for my banned word.
Sure.
My banned word, or it's a banned phrase. The fact of the matter. We often hear our president say this a lot, but I want to show you why you don't need it. I'm going to read 2 sentences. Here's the first sentence. The fact of the matter is Chef Mario Batali lived on food stamps for a week as a publicity stunt after paying out millions for skimming tips from his employees. Now I'm going to read it this way. Chef Mario Batali lived on food stamps for a week as a publicity stunt after paying out millions for skimming tips from his employees. See, fact of the matter, you don't need that. You still got the essential truth.
Didn't even need it.
Yeah.
You can just let it go.
Let it go,
Right,
yeah.
You have been very helpful this week in helping people learn what not to say.
That's why I'm here.
Thank you.
Marcia.
Andrea.
So the former bassist of Motley Crue, who was in the band that has the song Dr. Feelgood, isn't feeling good about President Obama anymore. And he tweeted the other day, having Lindsay at his party and failing our economy, I used to believe in him, but now it's time for a change. There's Nikki Sixx. I'm a fan of hair bands, and I gotta say, Nikki, I love you even more for
I mean,
your
if you lose Nikki Sixx, I mean, what are the prospects?
Who else do you have?
You're just crewing, not Motley.
Chicago is calling an emergency meeting right now.
Def Leppard's next. Watch out.
No way.
Okay, Eric.
Okay, so every time we do these little segments, you pull up a video, you call for a video or a picture. A producer has to produce that. So I've been working with Mina Protesa. She's been fantastic. There she is. She's the hardest working producer in the building, and there's a shot of Mina in control right now. Mina, I love you. You're fantastic.
It's because she's Greek. That's why she's so hard.
And she works so hard, and she's so awesome.
Way to insult all the other producers. They're all going to hate Mina now.
And everyone else. They're all good.
Well, mine, we do miss our beloved Bob Beckel, as I called him earlier this week. He mentioned something the other day, and I just think that it would be good for everybody to know this, because I did a little research. We actually looked it up. Mitt Romney is a wealthy man. He is worth about $230 million. But a lot of people have asked, or suggest that he got his money from his dad. It is confirmed that he actually, when he got his inheritance, he gave it directly to the BYU, Brigham Young University Marriott School of Management, which is the Institute of Public Management there in Utah. So he, well, I'm not saying he didn't have some privileges growing up, but he didn't use his fortune in order to make it more of a fortune. Does that make sense?
No, completely, because Bob had mentioned that his father gave him the
money,
yeah,
but
he
actually, Romney gave all the money away, which is very admirable.
Did someone call the Beckel Institute to let them know to amend their
closed on Fridays.
He's got a built-in answer. He says he got it in the Beckel Almanac, which is like 5% accurate.
Yeah. That's right. Greg said they're closed on Fridays and Mondays and Tuesdays.
and until noon every day. Leslie.
I am just honored to be sitting here for Bob. I'm not going to be here next week. And Bob, if you're watching, I have a message for you now. You're in Vegas. I just want you to know that when you're at the blackjack table, if it's 14 or higher, you stay, buddy. Okay, you stay. Don't let them hit you.
You're talking about the cards, right?
Well, yes. And what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. We know, Bob.
No, Bob can't keep anything in. So what happens in Vegas is going to be here on the 5 Monday.
I'm really embarrassed because I totally missed that.
Missed what?
The joke, and I don't want you to retell it. It seems like it was inappropriate.
It was. It depends how you look at it. I mean, I'm talking about the age of the Scotch, for gosh sakes.
Yeah.
People are disgusting. This is a family show.
I don't know if anybody's buying it. All right, that's it for us on The 5. Thanks for being here all week. Have a great weekend, everyone. We'll see you Monday.